Hello students. This English lesson is for class 8. We are going to discuss the first lesson, Abdul Hamid. This is an initiative done by Punjab School Education Board, Padho Punjab, Padhao Punjab. So let us discuss the first chapter of class 8, Abdul Hamid. Before beginning, let us know about Abdul Hamid. Who was Abdul Hamid? Whenever we start a chapter, a curiosity arises in our mind about the personality of the person we are going to discuss. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about Abdul Hamid, the hero of Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. On the screen, we can see the picture of Abdul Hamid. Abdul Hamid was a company quartermaster Havaldar. A Havaldar is a rank, a position in the army which is equivalent to a sergeant. Abdul Hamid also received Paramveer Chakra award for his bravery for his actions during the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. Abdul Hamid joined the Indian Army in December 1954 and was posted to the 4th Grenadiers Regiment. A Grenadier Regiment is an infantry soldier on foot. He also participated in Sino-Indian War. But today, we are going to discuss his participation in Indo-Pakistan War of 1965. Because he was the hero of this war, so let us discuss the chapter further. This is class 8. Mr. Verma, the class teacher, is telling the class a story. It is the story of a brave soldier named Abdul Hamid. He was a company quartermaster Havaldar in the Indian Army. He was a brave soldier. He fought in the 1965 war between India and Pakistan. So students, this is class 8 and Mr. Verma, who is the class teacher of class 8, is going to discuss the story of Abdul Hamid. Abdul Hamid, the brave Indian soldier who was a company quartermaster Havaldar in the Indian Army. He was a brave Indian soldier who fought in the 1965 war between India and Pakistan. So he was the hero of the war. Let us discuss this chapter about Abdul Hamid, and Mr. Verma, the class teacher, is going to narrate the story of Abdul Hamid to his class. Let us do some pre-reading before starting the chapter. Let us learn some new words that can prove beneficial in understanding the topic in a better way. The first word is regiment. So regiment is a military unit. A permanent unit of an army is called regiment. So military unit is called a regiment. Next word is battle. A battle is a fight between large armed forces. So it is a sustained fight between large armed forces is known as battle. Company has also the same meaning, a fight between large armed forces. So battle and company have the same meanings. The next word is good shot. One who can shoot any target successfully. So a person who is good at aiming and hitting the target is called a good shot. So one who can shoot any target successfully is called a good shot. The next word is continually. Continually means in a constant, repeated manner, a thing that we do again and again without interruption, constantly. So, in a constant, repeated manner. So, before beginning the chapter, we have discussed some new words like regiment, battle, company, good shot, and continually. I hope you must have understood the words and their usages and the meanings of the word properly. Let us read the story. Mr. Verma is saying, it is the early morning of 10th September 1965. India is fighting against Pakistan. A Pakistani regiment of Patton tanks is marching on the Pikhivind Amritsar road in the Khemkaran sector of India. It has reached a village named Chima. This village is on the border. In this sector, the battle has been going on since September 6th. So, in this slide, we are discussing the story. Mr. Verma is narrating the story to his students about Abdul Hamid. So, it is the early morning of 10 September 1965 and India is fighting against Pakistan. A Pakistani regiment of Patton tanks. What are Patton tanks? Patton tanks are large standardized battle tanks that are used in fighting in the battle. So, large tanks are used in fighting in the battle. So, the Patton tanks were marching forward and they were reaching in the Khemkaran sector of India. Now they have reached a village named Chima. This village is on the border. In this sector, a fight has been going on between India and Pakistan. The fight has been going on since September 6th. Here Havaldar Abdul Hamid of 4 grenadiers and the other soldiers of his company are waiting to face the Pakistani army. Brave Abdul Hamid is sitting in a jeep. He has a special gun. The Patton tanks of the Pakistani army are not very far from him. He could hit the tanks with his gun if he wanted to. He is a good shot, but he waits. He doesn't want to waste his shots. He wants to hit each tank with his shot. The Pakistani tanks are very powerful and dangerous. They are coming nearer and nearer. They are firing continually. So, the great Indian soldier Abdul Hamid of 4 grenadiers is a regiment, and with his other soldiers of his company, they are waiting to face the Pakistani army. Abdul Hamid is sitting in a jeep with his special gun and is aiming on the Pakistani Patton tanks. He could hit the tanks with his gun if he wanted to, but he waits because he doesn't want to waste his shots. He wants to hit each tank with his shot. The Pakistani tanks that are very powerful and dangerous, he wants to destroy them. As the Pakistani tanks, the Patton tanks, are coming nearer and nearer, they are firing continually. Brave Abdul Hamid marches forward. He sees a Pakistani tank. He turns his gun and fires a shot. And wow! The tank catches fire. It goes up in flames. All the soldiers of Abdul Hamid's company are so happy. Ajit, one of the students, says, "Sir, was he such a good shot?" And Mr. Verma, his class teacher, is answering, "Oh yes, he was. He was a crack shot. Once at night he shot a bird, just hearing its sound." So, the students are very amazed on knowing that Abdul Hamid was such a good shot. So Abdul Hamid is marching forward. He is waiting for the Pakistani tanks to come nearer. He sees the Pakistani tanks and turns his gun and fires a shot. And the tank catches fire and it goes up in flames. The tanks are explode. All the soldiers of Abdul Hamid's company become so happy on seeing the Pakistani tanks bursting. So this made them all very happy. Ajit, one of the students, asked Mr. Verma a question. "Sir, was he such a good shot?" And Mr. Verma replies, "Yes, he was a crack shot." So a crack shot is a person who is skilled at shooting. So he narrates a story. He says, "Once at night he shot a bird, just hearing its sound." So students are amazed on hearing this story that Abdul Hamid was such a good shot, that he could kill a bird, he could shoot a bird just hearing its sound. Let us discuss some post-reading activities. Here are some vocabulary extensions. Given below are some words and phrases taken from the lesson. Their usage is also given. The first word is border. What is a border? The official line that separates two countries or the area close to this line. The village Chima was situated on the border. So border is a line separating two countries. Second word is face. Face means to accept or to deal with. The Indian soldiers were waiting to face the Pakistani army. So face means to confront, to deal or to accept. So the Indian soldiers were waiting to confront the Pakistani army. Next word is continually. Continually means in a constant repeated manner. It has been raining continually all this week. So continually means without interruption, constantly. Next word is crack shot. Accurate and skilled at shooting. Abdul Hamid was a crack shot. He killed many enemy soldiers. So, a crack shot is a person who is skilled in shooting, who has an excellent command in shooting, is known as a crack shot. So, Abdul Hamid was a crack shot. He killed many enemy soldiers. So, students, these are some words that may help you in understanding the chapter in a better way. You should learn the meanings of these words and also the usages for better understanding. Let us do another post-reading activity, learning to read and comprehend. You have to answer the following questions. Question number 1 is, who was Abdul Hamid? Option A shooter. Option B, a teacher. Option C, a brave soldier. Option D, a commando. So, the question is, who was Abdul Hamid? And you have to guess one of the answer from these 4 options. Question number 2. Where is the village Chima situated? Option A, on the border. Option B, in Pakistan. Option C, on Pikhivind Road. Option D, near Hamid Tam. So you have to tell the location of the village Chima, where it is situated, and these are the 4 options: on the border, in Pakistan, on Pikhivan Road or near Hamid Dham? Question number 3. What did Abdul Hamid have? Option A, a tank. Option B, a special gun. Option C, a dangerous weapon. Option D, a special jeep. So these are the 4 options, whether Abdul Hamid was having a tank, a special gun, a dangerous weapon, or a special jeep. So these are some questions. You have to find out the answers to these questions. Question number 4. What sort of tanks did Pakistan have? Option A, solid and loaded. Option B, soundproof and strong. Option C, safe and sound. Option D, powerful and dangerous. So what kinds of tanks did Pakistan have? What sort of tanks did Pakistan have? This is the question, and these are the 4 options. Question number 5. What made the Indian soldiers happy? Why were they happy? What made the Indian soldiers delighted? Option A, Abdul Hamid marching forward. Option B, Abdul Hamid destroying Pakistani tanks. Option C, hearing continual firing. And option D, the Pakistani tanks coming near. So these are the 4 options. Whether Abdul Hamid was marching forward, that made the Indian soldiers happy, or Abdul Hamid was destroying the Pakistani tanks, that made the soldiers happy, or hearing continual firing, or the Pakistani tanks were coming near, that's why the Indian soldiers were happy. So these are the 4 options, and you have to find out the correct option. Let us discuss the answer to these questions. Question number 1 was, who was Abdul Hamid? The answer to this question is that Abdul Hamid was a brave soldier. So Abdul Hamid was a brave soldier who had an excellent shooting command. Question number 2, where is the village Chima situated? So the village Chima is situated on the border. So it's situated on the border. Question number 3, what did Abdul Hamid have? So Abdul Hamid was having a special gun with which he was destroying the Pakistani pattern tanks. So Abdul Hamid was having a special gun. So the answer to our question number 1 is a brave soldier. Question number 2 is on the border. Question number 3 is a special gun. What sort of tanks did Pakistan have? So Pakistani army was having powerful and dangerous tanks. They were having powerful and dangerous pattern tanks. So the option D is the correct answer. What made the Indian soldiers happy? Abdul Hamid destroying Pakistani tanks made the Indian soldiers happy. So they were happy because Abdul Hamid was destroying the Pakistani pattern tanks that were very powerful and dangerous. So these are the correct answer. Answer to question number 4 is option D, and answer to question number 5 is option B. Let us do another post-reading activity. Complete the following sentences. You have to complete the following sentences with the phrases that are given below. So, these sentences are divided into 2 parts. So, you have to select the correct option and you have to complete the following sentences. The first sentence is, the Pakistani army reached. Where did the Pakistani army reach? You have to find out the answer, the statement that is suitable to the first answer. Second is, brave Abdul Hamid was. So brave Abdul Hamid was, you have to find the answer. The Pakistani tanks are very dash. Fourth is, Abdul Hamid saw dash. Fifth option, the tank dash. So these are the statements that are not complete and you have to complete the statements. So the statements that you have to complete with the help of these phrases: powerful and dangerous, a Pakistani tank, caught fire, sitting in his jeep, a village named Chima. So students, you all have listened to this chapter carefully and you are aware of who Abdul Hamid was. So on the basis of your reading and the activities that we have done, I hope you will be able to complete this activity as well. Take some time and complete the following sentences. So let us find the answer to these statements. I hope you all must have answered them correctly. The first statement says, the Pakistan army reached dash. So the Pakistan army reached a village named Chima that was situated on the border. So the Pakistani army reached a village named Chima. Number 2, it's brave Abdul Hamid. Brave Abdul Hamid was sitting in his jeep. He was sitting in his jeep waiting for the Pakistani tanks to come near. Number 3, the Pakistani tanks are very powerful and dangerous. So Pakistani tanks were very powerful and dangerous. Number 4, Abdul Hamid saw dash. Abdul Hamid saw a Pakistani tank. So Abdul Hamid was waiting for the Pakistani tanks to come nearer, and when he saw a Pakistani tank, he hit the tank with his bullet. Number 5, the tank caught fire. So the tank caught fire and the tank was destroyed, killing the Pakistani soldiers and becoming the hero of the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. So these are some sentences related to your post-reading. I hope you all must have answered them correctly. Let us discuss another post-reading activity, learning to write. Complete the following dialogue between Mr. Verma and his students. So these are some dialogues that are going on between Mr. Verma and his class, his students. So Rajesh has questioned Mr. Verma, to which Mr. Verma is answering. Abdul Hamid was a brave Indian soldier. So you have to guess the appropriate answer to this blank. So what question, what dialogue did Rajesh ask his teacher, Mr. Verma? And to which Mr. Verma responded that Abdul Hamid was a brave Indian soldier. Then Suresh questions Mr. Verma And Mr. Verma answers, he fought against Pakistan in the 1965 war. Then Rohini speaks a dialogue and Mr. Verma answers, yes, he destroyed many Pakistani tanks. So Abdul Hamid destroyed many Pakistani tanks. Then Sergeant is asking a question to Mr. Verma and Mr. Verma is answering, he destroyed those tanks with his special gun. So Abdul Hamid was using a special gun. With the help of that, he was destroying the Pakistani tanks that were quite dangerous and powerful. And Kamal also questions Mr. Verma, to which Mr. Verma answers, oh yes, he was a crack shot. So these are some answers given by Mr. Verma, and you have to complete the dialogues and we have to complete the conversation that is going on between students and Mr. Verma. So take some time and think about the questions suitable in these blanks. So the answers are here. Complete the following dialogue between Mr. Verma and the students, and these are the dialogues. Rajesh questions Mr. Verma, who was Abdul Hamid, sir? And Mr. Verma gives the answer that Abdul Hamid was a brave Indian soldier. Suresh says, in which war did he fight? So Mr. Verma answers, he fought in the 1965 war against Pakistan. And Rohini questions, did he alone destroy many Pakistani tanks? And Mr. Verma answers, yes, he alone destroyed many Pakistani tanks. So Mr. Verma answers the questions of his students and Rohini's question as well, that Abdul Hamid alone destroyed many Pakistani tanks. Then Sergeant questions, how did he destroy those tanks? So what technique he used to destroy those tanks? To which Mr. Verma says, he destroyed those tanks with his special gun. So he was having a special gun. With the help of that, he was destroying the Pakistani tanks. And Kamal says, was he really a good shot? To which Mr. Verma replies, oh yes, he was a crack shot. So these are some questions and answers that are in a conversation conducted by Mr. Verma and his students. I hope you all must have answered them correctly. So students, this was a presentation done by me. I am Pushpdeep Kaur Lote, lecturer in English, teaching in Government Girls Senior Secondary Smart School, Faridkot, Punjab. This presentation has been done by me and it is an initiative by Department of School Education, Punjab, Padho Punjab, Padhao Punjab. So students, in this presentation we have discussed the chapter of Abdul Hamid and we'll continue this chapter in part 2. So stay tuned and do watch part 2 also. Thank you so much.